Oh my god. So here's what happened, right?
Yes.
We were literally 2 minutes away from going live. We were just sitting here talking nonsense.
9:58.
With my finger hovering over the start stream button.
Yeah.
And the power just went out for like 2 seconds. Exactly long enough to...
kill the internet and the computer.
Kill the internet, kill the computer, make us have to get everything back up and running again. And then it wouldn't connect.
So, we did it. We fixed it.
Yay!
Yay!
We're back online. Woo! Baby, let's go!
So what is this, you might ask, this wonderful video that we're now producing? This is Build a List Aeldari. So Jack and I, mostly me, are going to be... Jack's going to be my sounding board. We are going to be writing an Eldar list that I'm going to be playing into John's Space Marines live on stream next Wednesday.
Yep, so, let's start it right now. 3 Nightspinners, 10 Wraithguard.
The Avatar. 2
2
solo Farseers, 1 unit of Spectres, 1 unit of Spiders, 1 unit of Hawks, and Fugan.
Alright, well that was a fun video.
Yeah, great.
Alright, and we're out of here for today. No, I'm kidding. We're going to do something a little different today.
Okay, so if you want to see that list, if you're like, what is really good in Eldar? What is Quinton thinking about taking to Worlds? You can go look in the War Room, which is our premium subscription service. There's probably at this point like 8 or 9 videos.
Something
of me
like that.
running triple Nightspinner plus Wraithguard plus Avatar Eldar. I think that's the best way to play Eldar. I've run it extensively. There's no shortage of content on that. So we're going to do something a little bit different.
Yes. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to create a poll.
Yep.
And you guys can vote on what kind of Eldar list you want to see Quinton make.
The one restriction, this list will have 0 Nightspinners in it.
No, if you guys want Nightspinners, man, that is up to you. I'm going to put it in the poll as boring competitive.
Okay.
Comp list. So that's in there. You can vote for that if you want, and you can, see us write a boring comp list. Because to be 100% fair, you are still not 100% sure on what your Atlanta list is going to be.
That is true. I have two paths I could be going down.
So I'm going to put that in as full comp list if you guys want to see that. So what I would like in chat right now would be people to post any ideas that they have for cool and interesting, unique ideas that Quinton could work on.
Yep.
So I'm going to put in a couple suggestions of my own. We got Wraithblades in here. We've got MSU transports.
Yep, we should do like an aspect host.
Aspect host. Any ideas in chat? They're just behind. They're behind the times.
Behind the times.
There's a bit of a lag. Any other ideas, Quinton?
We could do like a Wind Rider host. Like take a bunch of really fast 30 Darvind. Oh, Swordwind. Yeah, that could be.
Swordwind. Okay.
That's the aspect.
We are now out of options for poll.
Aspects, close combat. Oh, close combat Eldar could be fun.
Okay, so instead of that, we're going to do combat Eldar, and we're not going to put the full comp list as an option because if people pick it, that's just a boring video. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So combat Eldar, what is it? It's a wind host?
Swordwind host.
Swordwind host.
That's the BLTN aspect warriors.
Okay, we got Wraithblades because I will not take that off.
No, I think that's fair. Falcon assault list.
Falcon.
Why don't we replace Wraithblades with like full?
He's scared of having to play Wraithblades.
No. I'm saying with full Eandon, like full Wraith host.
Ah, yes, Eandon Wraith host, and this will not just be Wraithguard or Wraithblades. This would be like a full Wraith.
Like every unit is either a Farseer, a Spiritseer, or a Wraith kind of unit. I think. I
think this is... we can't add another one. It caps out at 4 options.
Let's do that then.
I think these are good ones. So we've got... I'm going to start the poll.
Yep.
Whoop. All right, we've got Falcon MSU, like a bunch of transports running around the board, kicking out...
dudes.
Kicking out dudes. We've got a Yandon Wraith host.
Yep.
We've got... I'm not going to end the poll. We've got Swordwind host, and we've got full combat Eldar.
Yep. I'm excited for this.
I think my pick would be Falcon MSU. I kind of want to see what that looks like.
I also want to see what
because I think that is like could potentially be competitive.
Yeah,
like legitimately.
I think I want to try that list out a lot, especially when assuming that we get nerfs in like January, which Eldar probably should because they're like a 60% win rate faction right now.
Before you put in the idea of combat Eldar, did you stop to think if there were any combat units in Eldar?
There are a few.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. We can we can move on with that. So, just checking in on chat. How's everything going while this poll goes? Just seeing how things are going. Maybe, now is a good time to talk about the War Room.
The War Room? What's the War Room? Oh, this is where you can find all of my competitive Eldar lists. That's
right. You got some YouTube games. You got even more games in the War Room. And that is our global community where we have Discord with people from around the world, and we have a website, thewarroom.vhx.tv, where we post up, if you like our YouTube games, we post up 2 additional games a week in there. In addition, we have a series of great videos, help you play your faction better, help you play the game better. I'm posting up theory videos every week. There's Know Thy Enemy if you want to learn how to play against different armies, if you want to learn how to play with different armies, everything like that. So that is at thewarroom.vhx.tv, which is a bit of a mouthful, so it's in the link. There's a link in the description down below.
3-day free trial.
Where there is a 3-day free trial. So I'm excited to see you there.
All right.
In addition, while we're waiting, I need a fun fact from you, Quinn. Brant Drake demands it.
You need a fun fact from me?
A fun fact.
Here's one. That the pumpkin was integral to the survival of early American settlers.
Was it?
We'll say early European settlers in America.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, it was a food that you could eat and was relatively calorically dense and available.
Ah.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Grew well in the climate of New England.
I like pumpkin pie.
It's really good.
That's a fun fact.
We had a Halloween party and
we
brought
did
a pumpkin pie.
We did bring a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I can make one. I know how to, but we got one at Publix because we were busy making our costumes.
One time, as a friend and I came over, and my goal for the day was to make pumpkin pie from scratch. So we made it from went out and we bought pumpkins and roasted them.
Oh, that is. Yeah.
It was a lot of work, actually.
That is a lot, making the puree and whatnot.
Yes. So we have Falcon MSU and Combat Eldar are...
They're neck and neck. The Wraith Host, I think people have been burned a little too much on Wraith Lords and Wraithguard. Swordwind Host, I feel like people just want Combat Eldar instead.
I'm gonna give it a 10:35.
10:35?
Which is
okay, we got 2 minutes.
Yep.
At 10:35 on the nose, we will call this poll. Falcon MSU and Combat Eldar are neck and neck. Which one do you want to come out ahead?
It's a good question.
Hold on. Which one do you want to come out on top?
It's a really interesting decision.
It is. It is.
Yeah. I think I want to see Falcon MSU, but Combat Eldar, there's some overlap there. But I'm excited. And I could also see Combat Eldar because I think it'd be an interesting challenge. And it would force me to explore a lot of the units that I haven't been exploring.
What do you say to the allegations that you'll take a solitaire in this list no matter what?
I can neither confirm nor deny that he's probably going to be there. Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. All right.
Falcon
MSU's ahead.
Falcon MSU's pulling ahead. Falcon MSU, but we did say we would wait until 10:35, which we are. We're creeping up on it.
See, the sad thing about Combat Eldar is actually not Ynnari because all of the Drukhari combat units are terrible.
Yeah, they just suck. they just suck at their job. Yeah, you get Lilith Hesperax, and that's it's it, basically.
Yeah. She also doesn't have 4 rolls to hit, though, so
Oh, yeah, right. But she does get a reroll to hit and wound, right?
Sure, but she
on her, 17 attacks.
It's 12.
Whatever, it's the same thing. Yes. No, people say the dragons are bad, but I say those are some good dragons.
I will say there is a list on my phone right now titled Bad Dragons that I'm considering taking to Atlanta.
Fire dragons are pretty good.
They're actually
Falcon fire dragons are pretty solid.
A unit of fire dragons is a good unit.
Yeah.
I played with it a little bit and I was like, oh, this is actually just a viable hard hitting anti tank piece for no points.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We have hit the time limit, 10:35, and it has come in at 87 votes. Democracy in action. Falcon MSU come out on top, just barely ahead of Combat Eldar, and Swordwind Host and Eend Wraith Host left way in the dirt.
All right. Falcon MSU. This is going to be really interesting. I'm actually incredibly excited about this.
Yes, I think this is the one of those 4 that is could actually be competitively viable.
Yep, so here's what we're going to do.
Because it's playing to an archetype rather than just hey, I'm just going to take everything that says Wraith, which is like cool, but you know.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do.
All right,
let's just add 3 Falcons right now. We're just going to add 3 Falcons.
Let's do that. Let me find... There we go. I promise you it's not actually a Nightspinner. It is a Falcon.
Falcon is 140, and all of the Falcons are going to have 1 Bright Lance, 1 Shuriken Cannon,
Should
and
I
1
just
Pulse
grab
Laser.
3 of these now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just add 3.
All right.
We're just gonna like this. We're playing Falcon MSE. We're just gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, the Falcons do be in Falcon MSU.
So here's what we're gonna do for the Falcon list, and here's the thing that makes them kind of cool, is we're basically gonna have some Falcons be deep striking, and we're gonna have some Falcons be on the table, and we're gonna kind of cycle units in and out of the Falcons.
Okay, because what is the thing about Falcons that makes them unique?
So Falcons shoot a unit, they get reroll wounds.
The unit that comes out of the Falcon.
Yeah, rerolls their wounds.
Yes.
So you can like get a unit out, get reroll wounds, it dies, something gets inside the Falcon, then it gets out.
Yes.
So you get to use the ability more than once. Chat says fire dragons in a Falcon are dead. They're definitely not.
So here's the thing. What you do, you don't deep strike it and then get out and then shoot and charge.
Yeah.
Obviously, 'cause you can't do any of that.
No.
But
you rapid ingress the Falcon.
You rapid ingress and the Falcon goes 14.
Yeah.
Which is far.
Yes, and then you get out.
And then you get out.
Yeah.
So that is quite good.
Okay. So a Falcon has a transport capacity of 6, so we're going to be looking for a whole bunch of little 6-man dudes.
Yep. 5-man's characters, etc. And what's a good character, Quinn?
So let's just go ahead and make this first package real easy. Let's just add Fugan and a unit of fire dragons.
How many points is Fugan?
Fugan's 115.
Fugan is incredible.
He's very good.
He's likely going to end up in whatever your list is for Atlanta.
He almost certainly is.
Yes, he has been bananas.
Yep.
All right, and then we've got 5 fire dragons.
5 fire dragons. The bad dragons themselves.
The naughty dragons. They're 85?
85 for 5.
Well, they're pretty cheap.
They're really quite good, yeah.
You know, if you get 5 Marines, I will tell you how much you pay for 5 Marines with flamers.
Yeah.
85.
Yeah.
Or 80 or whatever. But, I mean, they don't come with, Marine stats, so whatever. All right, so we've got Fugan, Fire Dragons, and a Falcon. And you've been a big fan of this package recently.
It's been really good. I've been really enjoying it.
So here's what you do. You rapid ingress the Falcon in a spot, and then you go 14 inches up, drop out the Fire Dragons, drop out Fugan before you move.
Yep.
Drop out the Fire Dragons after you move, because they're separate.
Yeah.
The Falcon shoots something with its shuriken cannon, and you just reroll wounds with the Fire Dragons, shoot Fugan, auto-pop a Rhino, and you just... And then you shoot the Falcon, and then you just go pop, 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 and you kill, every transport on the table.
Yeah, you kill, 3 Rhinos or 2 Redemptors, or... It's just, a very scary, solid anti-tank piece.
Yep. All right, so what are we thinking of next?
I think I kind of want some melee in here.
Okay.
Okay, so what if we added another Phoenix Lord plus Aspect Warrior combo?
I like that. Are we talking K-Randras?
K-Randras.
Okay. I do like that. How many points is K-Ran?
K-Ran is 100.
And this is going to be a 5-man with, and there's 75?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So
the other thing I really like about the Falcon is it's just 140 points for a Bright Lance and a Pulse Laser and a Shuriken Cannon on a 12-wound flying transport. The tank is good by itself.
Yes, the tank is legitimately you're not... It's not like a Razorback, right, where you're taking a bad unit in order to take it.
Yeah, no, the Falcon by itself is worth 120 points. Just a thing that goes around that does stuff.
Are we out of the good Phoenix Lords?
We're starting to get to the interesting ones that are going to require real thought and contemplation.
The special ones.
Let me read you Ozerman's stat line.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So Ozerman is 135 points. So he is the most expensive of the Phoenix Lords.
How many? 135. Okay, what does he do?
So he gives his unit Overwatch for free, even if something's already done it.
Okay, not bad.
And +1 to hit. His guns are 24-inch range, 6 attack to hit on 2s, string 4, AP1, damage 2, assault lethal hits.
That sounds like Drax's carry-on.
No. And then he's 6 attacks in combat.
But assault, lethal hits, pistol. I mean, that's a good profile.
Yeah. And then 6 attacks at 633 dev wounds in combat.
Sure. Yeah, why not, you know?
So, I feel like we should probably just go ahead and...
So, here's the question.
Yeah.
iDuff and Chaz asking, is Sermon 10 Avengers in a Wave Serpent? Because we're going to have more units than goes in transports.
Well, so
than goes in Falcons.
Why don't we... So, my plan is not that we have 3 Falcons and 3 units to go inside the Falcons. My plan is that we have 3 Falcons and 6 units to go in Falcons. And, like, the Falcon kind of... Oh, Osman also has a 3rd pinfall, notably.
Yes, yes.
The plan is that, like, the Falcon pops out...
Wait, Osman's great.
Yeah, he's really good.
Wait, whoa. 135, this dude rocks around with a 3-up infall. How many wounds? I mean, he doesn't come back to life on a 2-up, but neither does Fugan half the time.
My Fugan has not come back to life yet.
Oh, that's a dirty lie. I've seen it happen just because it didn't happen in the last 2 games you played.
Okay. He's 5 wounds.
So, here's the thing, Martin. In every other faction, their transport that lets you reroll wounds does not let you do it in melee. Eldar is just built different, you know? Eldar's just special.
Until the end of the turn, each time a friendly model that disembarks from his transport makes an attack, he can reroll the wound roll. So it works in combat only for Eldar.
Yep. Only for Eldar. Razorbacks don't do that. Whatever land forts don't do that. Any other transport that does it doesn't do that.
Yeah, but Eldar.
But no, Eldar works in combat because you know why? They're better than you.
Yeah. Elf. Angry blue.
Yeah. No, I hear you, my man. So how many? So I like him just generally. Like I might like him in your accomplice, to be honest with you.
He's kind of not bad.
I mean, I will say I do think this list is going to end up being quite good.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
I think this could be, if you are a elf hipster, and all elves are.
Yep.
If you're an elf hipster, you could probably end up running something like where we're going to end up to an event.
It's like not
do
even
well,
bad. Yeah.
and then get credit for running something off meta.
Yeah.
So just saying.
So why don't we just go ahead and let's just add Ozerman and 5 Avengers.
I like that. We can possibly go up to 10 Avengers later.
Points do get kind of tight. So Ozerman's 135 and 10 Avengers, 5 Avengers.
Did I spell Karandras correctly?
Karandras. Yes.
Okay, and he's 135.
135.
And how much are 5 Dire Avengers?
70.
70?
70 for 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, notably, Dire Avengers hit on 4s in Overwatch, so Ozerman makes him do it for free.
Yes, and that's quite good. You just Overwatch every turn, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So...
And they will make Ozerman hit on 4s in Overwatch,
correct,
too, because that's how that works.
Yeah. So this is the core of our list.
Right. Something like this. Now, we as we said, we could make a sermon in 10 Dire Avengers or not, depending on where we want to go. What is... I know it's bad. I'm just asking because I gotta know.
Yeah.
What does a Wave Serpent do?
So a Wave Serpent is 120 points.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cheaper than a Falcon.
It is.
You get a Twin Bright Lance you could have rerolled anyway.
Yep. You get a Twin Bright Lance and a Shuriken Cannon. It's 13 wounds instead of 12. It has a 5-up invuln save natively. Once per battle, in your shooting phase, you pick a unit, and on a 2-up, they take a battle shock test and D3 mortals.
Where's the good rule?
That's it. That's what a Wave Serpent does.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay, not a big fan of Wave Serpents.
Falcons are much better.
Yeah.
Because Falcons get 2 guns on top and a good rule.
Yes. Okay. So we've got 3 units that like to go in Falcons and 3 Falcons. Where does that leave us points-wise?
We're at 1,000 right now.
Are you kidding me?
1,000 points.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a decent amount of points left. So I don't think we want a Farseer of either stripe right now.
I don't think this list needs one.
Don't think it needs one.
We'll see, but, maybe not.
You know what it does want, though?
What? A Solitaire?
An Autarch Way Leaper.
It does actually want that quite badly, yeah.
It wants that quite a bit. And
Autarch Way Leaper.
You get the extra CP, you get a great loan op. It's peanut butter and jelly, really.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then I kind of want a Solitaire because he can also go into Falcon.
I do like that. Now, he can't go into Falcon with any of these homies because they are 6
correct
models.
But I assume some of these guys are going to be getting out at some point.
Yeah, more than likely. Solitaire's how much?
Solitaire's 115.
Whoop. Okay. I kind of want units now.
I agree.
How do you feel?
How do I feel about what?
Warp spiders.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yes.
Let's add 2 units warp spiders.
I like warp spiders quite a bit. They are stupid, dumb, nonsense units, and they are also aspects. Now, what aspects do we not have?
So we don't have Banshees, Hawks, Crimson Hunters, Dark Reapers, and Shining Spears.
Listen, I'm not saying we could complete the
Court of the Young King?
The Thanos gauntlet.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to...
No.
Which of those are, like, remotely good?
Dark Reapers are situationally good.
Swooping Hawks are good.
Swooping Hawks are good. The Shining Spears are just too expensive for what they give you. Crimson Hunters are... We talked about them extensively as I was preparing for Atlanta. They're kind of, like, weirdly not great. Spears are too expensive. Hawks are good. Dark Reapers are fine. They're, like, an 80-point unit with, like, a weird, like, bolter thing.
Dark Reapers? Yeah, like they're alright.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing I realized during your game yesterday, which won't go live for a while, is that Fugan on Overwatch is pretty scary.
He's actually not bad.
Because you roll the 3 dice.
Yep.
And then you see if you get a 6, then you use your elf reroll, because GW said this is how this works, and then you set one of those to a 6.
He's also good for Overwatch in shooting.
So, like...
Or for his big profile?
His big profile can smoke a tank if you just drop a 6 in.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, you just roll on a unit, and you're like, oh, I rolled a natural 6.
Yeah.
Now I flip another one, and
2
that's,
sixes.
an average of 7 hits.
Yeah, at 8-3-2.
At 8-3-2.
Which is, it kills a bunch of dudes.
It's like, oh, are you a Marine squad? You're dead. On Overwatch.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're a tank, you just drop a 6 in, and you're like, D6 plus 6 damage, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so your songs are great opened.
Yes.
Okay, so if we add a Wave Leaper and a Solitaire.
Okay.
And 2 squads of Warp Spiders.
It's not cheap.
No,
we're at like, what, 1460?
1460.
Okay. So we still have points left. Do we want to go more vehicles? Do we want to go more aspect units?
My goal for this list is a bunch of things that all interact independently.
Yes. I would... My personal thing that I would next add to the list is a Warwalker or 2.
Why a Warwalker?
Because I think they supplement the fact that you've got Falcons pretty well. Because you have additional vehicles that are kind of annoying to deal with.
Yep. And
they are also a critical mass of Bright Lances.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do that. Let's add... You want to say 2 Warwalkers?
I'll say 2. I don't think you need 3.
No, I probably don't. So 2 Warwalkers.
Just 2 Warwalkers. They're also just annoying to deal with.
They are.
Like, they're just a jerk, and everyone likes being a jerk. We can always cut them later.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to add on top of this?
Come on. Chat Bright Lances because they're just best profile generally.
Yep.
You shoot whatever you need to shoot that.
Yep, and the Shuriken Cannon is the thing giving you the wound rerolls.
Yeah, so
you fire the Shuriken Cannon at one thing, and then you fire the anti-tank guns at another.
Yep. Okay. So now we have 3.
Farseer would let you flip dice to 6s.
It would, but the problem is...
You don't need it?
You don't... I would rather have another... There's nothing in this that's going to be like a void for Fate dice here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have Wraithguard that are like, I need Fate dice every turn. And this army is going to be very spread out. So having one Farseer is not super, like... important. Yeah. But, if we end up with like 80 points left and it's 1 unit of Hawks or a Farseer, I might end up just taking the Farseer.
Speaking of Hawks, how do you feel about Hawks?
I like Hawks quite a bit.
How do you feel about Hawks in this list?
I would love a unit of Hawks in this list. Just go ahead and add one.
Guess what? You have a unit of Hawks now.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Insanity outworks that way.
We still have a ton of points left.
Still have like 240. I want one more unit that acts independently.
Okay.
What about... I'm going to see if this fits. What about like 1 9-man unit of jet bikes?
Yes. Well, that does... Oh, no, it reels hits natively. It doesn't need...
It doesn't need to.
Okay. So 1 9-man unit of jet bikes. Whoops. Whee.
So the 9-man unit of jet bikes is 240, and that leaves us with 1995 on the nose.
Okay. I mean, we could do that, right? Like, so 9 jet bikes.
Yep. 9 Wind Rider jet bikes.
Here's my one concern.
Yep.
How many points is that?
240.
If your opponent has any indirect,
yeah,
that unit go vanish. And I think we're at a point right now where we have like a good take all comers list.
We do actually. That's true, but it's not that expensive. It just kind of like is there.
How many points are 3?
3 is 1/3 of that, so 80, I think.
Can you?
It's 80 points.
Is it 369?
Yeah, 369.
Okay, and what do the what does the character give him?
The Warlock?
Yeah.
The Warlock gives you both cover and ignores cover. Because he has quicken, or reveal, conceal. And then he comes with a singing spear, a catapult, and a heavy flamer.
So, let's look at our damage.
Yeah.
So we've got decent damage, right? We got 5 Bright Lance platforms.
Yep.
We've got 3 units that hit okay hard coming out of transports.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not. You got 2 units of War Spiders. You got 2 characters that are pretty decent. We got a Swooping Hawk unit that it just skirmishes. We got 9 Wind Rider jet bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, like, what can we get for good damage out of the Wind Riders other than, because do we have points for that and a character to go with them and the Warlock on bike?
So we'd have to cut some stuff. But if we mean, like, if we're taking the Wind Riders, we could just take a Farseer. Right, because he goes in there anyways. He gets full hit in his gun.
But they already have full rerolls to hit.
I'm saying, that's true. There's nothing else in here that wants it, and you can't put it on units in a transport.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is literally nothing. There's nothing that wants a character here. So I don't really need a Farseer in this list.
Yeah.
I do want enhancements, too.
Yes, we want enhancements. I like the Autarch Wayleaper. I mean, I'm pretty sure you like the Autarch Wayleaper with the Flip It Idaho 6 thing.
I really like that, because it means what you can use is you always hit... Chat says 3 Nightspinners.
I mean, sure, chat. Whatever. God.
Oh, what did I cut on accident? Oh, that's what... Yep.
Like, I guess you could, if you were being incredibly boring, just add 3 Nightspinners to this.
I mean, yeah, you could.
But where's our street cred that we would get from winning without Nightspinners?
Yeah.
Also, not every list wants Nightspinners.
Yeah, no. So what I want here is, like, a unit that, like, takes good advantage of, like, Fire and Fade. And
Fire and Fade is great, yeah.
Shoots you with 9 jet bikes and then leaves.
Yes.
Kind of the plan.
Yes.
But if I'm taking jet bikes, I also kind of want a Warlock.
Yes, you probably do want a Warlock.
Because I think there are a bunch of AP1, the North cover actually kind of matters.
You really do need Norse cover.
Yeah.
How many shots is it? It's 27?
27.
With sustained and full rerolls to hit?
Full rerolls to hit built in.
Okay, not bad. But then there's strength 6, AP1 damage too?
Mm-hmm.
No reroll, just 1 reroll to wound.
Mm-hmm.
You might get more value out of taking 3x3, so you get 3 rerolls to wound. You just get to be in 3 places. I do like having the... I like having a good Fire and Fade unit.
That's kind of my thought with it.
Yes.
That makes a good point. We could go Baharoth and 10 Hawks.
Baharoth and 10 Hawks does also do good work.
Yeah.
I'm not against the Wind Rider jet bikes.
I want to try him out. I don't hate the unit.
Okay, so is this... How do we get in Baharoth and Chads and also the Wind Riders?
That's a lot, but that would be really annoying.
It would be really, really annoying.
So if we go down 1 unit of Warwalkers, we go down to 1 Warwalker.
We go down to 1 Warwalker. I mean, we could go down to 0. I think it's possible.
We could. We might be able to. 3 Falcons is actually a not insignificant amount of shooting.
Yes.
It is because each Falcon has 4 anti-tank shots, so it's 12.
Yes.
Like, that's more than most armies actually have.
Yeah, we can cut the second Warwalker, see where that gets us.
Let's see how this goes. Baharoth.
In our
I think
points.
at this point we're just kind of accepting that we're going to be weak to indirect.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Okay with that. So if we make that unit a Hawks or 10-man.
Okay, we'll just put it up in the...
Yep.
So 10-man for 150.
Yep.
And then how many points is Baharoth?
Baharoth is 125.
Whoever in the chat it was that said we're going to just take 4 units of...
Yeah, I was going to say. I didn't mean for this to become the Court of the Young King, but it became the Court of the Young King. Well, I guess the Court of the Young King actually requires the Avatar, but whatever. He's not coming in this list.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
How many points is Baharoth?
He's 125.
So this unit's 275 and it fire and fades every turn?
Yeah, you get 44 shots, fire and fades every turn. It moves 20 inches.
Cover can't take you to a 2-up anymore.
Yep.
Okay. So if we do that, how many points do we have left? Please tell me we have points left.
Not... If we have no jet bikes, we do. But if we add... Oh, sorry, I haven't cut the Warwalkers. Let me cut the second Warwalker.
You probably won't do that.
We have 10 points left.
Okay, so I do want a... What if you take the Warp Spider Phoenix Lord, who exists, probably.
He doesn't.
And then you take 10 warp spiders, and he gives them rerolls to wound, and you run them around, and then you fire and fade.
I wish that was a thing.
Yes, it's not a thing. I just made all that up.
We have a €10 super chat from Red Rum.
We also have some other super chats we need to get to.
Okay, yes. Sorry. You want to do this at the end or now?
Let's do it. Let's do them now. Let's start with Red Rum.
Okay. Since the World Cup is in 2 weeks, have you guys picked your armies? And if so, why did you pick it? I guess Quinton is easy since the Stinky Boys couldn't steal his heart. I'm taking Eldar. There's a bunch of things if you watch any of my stream games, you can kind of see where my head is at. I'm taking it because it's broken and it's really good.
Yes. I am taking a secret list, but that I will be talking about extensively after list lock. I think it's going to be quite interesting. Very excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Chris Joyner with a $2 super chat.
Love that my idea won and that this is my own fix my list. Yeah, congratulations.
And then Shackleton Mangrum, member for 17 months, The War in Bronze, says, surprising fact, you all streams are surprisingly good at being a sleep aid.
Thanks.
It's very relaxing to just hear you all chatter. Thanks for the content. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, yes, I gotta change the points cost here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what kind of profiles are we weak into? I feel like we're weak into, 2-ups with Armor Contempt.
I agree. We have a surprising amount of devastating wounds in here. And Fugan plus Fire Dragons plus 3 Falcons is actually more anti-tank than you'd expect.
Okay.
Plus, you can make the Wind Rider jet bikes AP 3 on 6s, which is not nothing.
Okay.
So
I
kind of want a Warp Spider, or a Warlock.
How many points do we have left on this right here?
10.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't love the Wind Rider jet bikes without cover.
I agree.
Or without ignores cover.
So the Warlock is 55. A Warlock Skyrunner. We could just cut that package.
We could.
I like it, though.
How would we fit it in?
So we could downgrade Warp Spiders to Rangers, and then get the guy.
Because I feel like we're a little light on trash.
That was exactly my
5 swooping hawks
and made it an actual unit.
Made it an actual unit.
Yeah.
So my thought here is that we would either take this package here of Baharoth 10 swooping hawks or 9 Wind Rider jet bikes.
Yeah.
Not both.
I think I like the jet bikes more, although 44 shots is actually quite good.
It's going to be hard to hide the jet bikes, and they don't move through terrain. They move over and around it.
They don't. It's a good point. I guess that unit is not what it used to be. It's a lot slower.
It also doesn't reroll wounds, which is big, and it's also not AP 3 on its 6s to hit.
Let's
and
cut the Wind Rider unit then. I was blinded by my love for it last edition. And that gives us 250 points.
Yes.
Let's add things. Let's add a Warwalker back in.
Okay.
It deserves to be here. Let's just add one. See how it goes.
The Warwalkers are just a very good unit.
Yeah.
They're just a very good unit.
Mm-hmm. Now we have 140, and I want that to be, trash.
So 140 is not quite... I feel like we're going to have the same problem we've had for
forever,
a while,
yeah.
Which is that we're just barely over points.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 140 could be 5 Rangers, 5 Swooping Hawks.
Yep.
And we're... I think we have 10 points left.
Yeah.
And, whatever. It could be... It's 10 points over if we take 5 Shadow Specters.
Yeah.
So... Because every single aspect, skirmish aspect unit...
It's 80 points.
...is 20 points different from another one,
yep.
Which means if you're in the middle...
It's the worst.
It's the worst. You're either 15 points under or you're 5 points over, and you're just So, What do you want to fill out the remaining 140 points?
I think I want something that, kinda punches, or kinda, I want a unit that does something.
You want a unit that does something.
So I kinda don't want Rangers, just because they don't do anything.
Could be 5 more Warp Spiders.
It could be.
And you have 25 points left, which is awkward.
That isn't awkward. It doesn't get us anything is the issue.
Yeah.
So if we go 3 units Warp Spiders...
How many points are Hornets?
Hornets are 100.
Yeah. I was thinking if you get a Hornet plus...
We could take another unit that wants to go inside. What if we took another unit of Fire Dragons?
We could. I worry that we're running low on, like...
units that want to go sacrifice themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like garbage units that want to run out. We have 140 left?
140. One thing we could do is we could take Baharoth and 5 Hawks. But I don't think that's... I want the 10 Hawks to go and shoot things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would tend to agree, probably.
So...
140 points.
140 points.
We want, like, 2 units that go and sacrifice themselves, or 1 unit that sacrifices itself and a real unit, which is tough. So what we could do is we could do the full gamut. We could, instead of having 2 units of Warp Spiders, we could have 1 unit of Warp Spiders, 1 unit of
Shadow Specters, 1 unit of Hawks,
1 unit of Hawks, 1 unit of Rangers.
I don't hate that. I kind of like 1-1-1.
We just run the singleton, like, it should fit, if I've done my math, if I've done my mental math correctly.
Yeah, hold on. Specters. Yeah, we have 30 points left over if we do 1-1-1-1.
Are you sure? Oh, so then we... No, that doesn't sound right.
So the Rangers...
Because this goes down 20, and then... Hold on.
Yeah.
If we end up with 5 Specters...
Mm-hmm. Chad, I don't love Shrouds. They've been kind of anemic. I think Hawks are a lot better.
And then 5 Swooping Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
We have 30 points left? Are you 100% on that?
That's what my thing says.
Okay.
Unless the app is wrong.
And then 5 Rangers. And we end up with the singleton list to end all singleton lists. And you know what else?
What?
I think it's good.
It's not bad. It's just a lot of things. This list scores very well. I think those Rangers probably get an upgrade because we have 30 points. Yeah.
So we have... I just did the math and I was like, this fits exactly. But no, you are correct. I mean, we could, if we have 30 points, we can't quite turn Swooping Hawks into Warp Spiders.
No, we could turn We could turn Rangers into something better.
Yeah, we could turn Rangers into Swooping Hawks. We could turn Rangers into Fire Dragons.
I like that. Let's do that.
Okay.
That way you can, like, kind of customize what goes inside the...
Yeah. So we end up with 2 5-man Fire Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what is this?
What is this?
I mean, this list I think is actually legitimately
terrible,
good. Yeah. Do we have 2 Lone Ops, which I think is enough.
Yeah, I agree.
2 Lone Ops that are good by themselves.
Yep.
We have 4 units with an aspect of Phoenix Lord. Mm-hmm. Woo! Dabbing on the homies.
3 Falcons, a Warwalker. You have a lot of things in this list. Wow.
Like a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
If we were looking to take this to Worlds.
Yes.
Theoretically.
We
would need to, like, when you have a... when you have a kid or whatever, and you childproof your house, we would need to indirect proof this list.
You would, yeah.
And that means the Warwalker would likely change into something that isn't quite as murderable.
Yes, a lot of stuff can start in Deep Strike, which helps a lot.
A lot of stuff would start in Deep Strike or Transports or be a Lone Op. The Swooping Hawks would probably become something else.
Yes.
Probably like a bunch of Warp Spiders, honestly. Are there any other Transports or is it just Falcon?
It's Falcon, Wave Serpent, and that's it.
Okay. But, like, I think this list is not bad.
It's really not. I think it is worse than my, like, Avatar Wraithguard list.
Yes.
But you get a lot of stuff, and each of these units it's harder than it should. Because it all gets out and has reels to wound.
So, as far as anti-tank goes, you have Fugan, Fire Dragons, 3 Falcons that have a Bright Lance and a 3 Shotgun.
Yeah.
A Warwalker with double Bright Lance, 5 more Fire Dragons.
Yeah.
I think these are probably okay on anti-tank.
Yeah. I think Fugan, 10 Fire Dragons, 3 Falcons, and a Warwalker is more anti-tank than most lists can pack.
Yeah, also an Autarch with a Fusion Gun and Fate's Messenger is legitimately really good. Because you're just like, oh, I failed to wound. Anyway, I reroll that. Oh, I failed to wound. It's a 6. I wounded. I'm AP 4 damage, D6 plus 3.
Yeah.
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 And then you charge.
Basically, he walks up to a Rhino, and on a 2, he has a 35 out of 36% chance of doing 9 damage with his gun.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Would this be the kind of list where we would try out your triple Autarch Way Leaper idea?
It might be.
Quinton?
Oh, it might be.
Do you want to
Triple Autark Way Leaper, let's go.
So here's the thing about the triple Autark Way Leaper.
Yes.
Or about multiple Autark Way Leapers. The first one is obviously the best one because he's your warlord.
Yes.
And he gives you a CP every turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then you look at what he is.
And he's just good for his points cost.
It's just a good loan op.
He's 115 points for a combat-capable, grenade-carrying, move 20 inches and shoot you, melt-a-gun loan op. With Phantasms.
So what if we just took multiples?
3. What do we have to cut?
In my mind, it's probably Baharoth and the Swooping Hawks.
That is by far the weakest unit. So if we cut... Do we want that... I'd rather have that unit than 2 guys, though. I like the fact that it's just like, here's 40 shots. Okay.
Do we want the Warwalker?
I would rather have an Autark Way Leaper over a Warwalker, but I think we're a little bit off, points-wise.
That would be a 5-point upgrade. So if we're 2k on the nose, this doesn't work.
We're 2k on the nose.
Okay, so then the Warwalker can't clean swap for an Autark Way Leaper.
Yes.
Well, hold on. I love polls, so we're going to do a poll.
Okay.
We're going to do a poll. As is.
A triple Way Leaper.
Or triple Leaper. This is going to be a very short poll. This is going to be up for 2 minutes.
Yep. Do 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 do.
So the other thing is that loan ops and transports are very good right now.
They are.
Loan ops and transports. And we could turn this list into a loan op transport thing that would legitimately do well at at the final. Like that could do well at the finals. Like this poll is getting closed as soon as it says 11:08 on my screen.
Yep.
So we'll see. It's a very short poll. Get your votes in now. I mean, there's no shot that As Is wins at this point.
No, yeah.
But I think this is an interesting list here too. As if you don't know where we'll vote. Yeah, I'm just getting the rubber stamp on this one. So what are other loan ops that you can take?
Illic.
How many points is he?
He's 70.
He's 70.
Yeah.
Oh, that's downright affordable.
It is downright affordable. And the Death Jester. How good is the Death Jester? Fun. Is the Death Jester with Fate's Messenger better than Autark Way Leaper with Fate's Messenger? I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why is that?
The Death Jester is only AP 1, doesn't have rending. He has sustained hits sometimes. And then the problem is that he just like blows... The Autark Way Leaper blows up tanks and solves the problem, and the Death Jester doesn't kill Marines that well.
Okay, well, the poll got ended, and look at that!
Triple Autark Way Leaper.
Okay, so how we... Or I would just call this loan op extravaganza.
Yeah, we'll just do
basically.
So we're going to do that. I'm going to give one of these Way Leapers the Phoenix Gem.
Okay, so he comes back to life?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Okay, so we have to cut 255 points.
Yeah, the Jester is kind of terrible. He's like a funny Overwatch piece, because you can Overwatch twice.
So if we cut Baharoth and the Hawks, we get 20 points left, and the Way Leapers just fit, and this list becomes pretty indirect proof.
Okay, so what is its Phoenix Gem?
Phoenix Gem on one guy.
The Phoenix Gem, same upgrades and everything. Ooh, I don't like that. Let's try that again. Okay, and we get another Autark Way Leaper, right? And how many points is the Autark with Phoenix Gem?
He's 140 with the gem.
Okay, and then you put a third one in there?
Then I put a third one in here.
Oh my god, what a Chad.
Triple Autark Way Leaper.
Chad move!
Woo! 115.
And then you have the Solitaire, who does legitimately good work.
Yeah. So...
What did we have to cut out of this?
We Baharoth and the Hawks.
Oh, just like fully?
Yeah, they're just gone.
Sad noises. Mm-hmm. Okay, does that get us any points, or is that all of our...
20.
We have 20. I mean, that could upgrade some of this.
So we could upgrade the Hawks to Spectres.
Yes, that gives us 115. We could also upgrade the Spectres to 2 units of Rangers.
I don't hate 2 units of Rangers. I kind of want more things.
Warwalker's eyeballing me.
What do you mean? Okay, let's do it. The Way Leapers are actually pretty good anti-tank now.
They are. They're just like a very reliable shot.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got
So we're at 170.
170 left.
170 left.
What if we went ham on some warp spiders?
Okay, so we add another unit of warp spiders?
Warp spiders are cracked.
They are.
I will not hear otherwise.
So we have 15 points left, which could either be a unit upgrade, or it could be the Weeping Stones on the last Way Leaper.
How many points do we have left?
15.
I thought you said we had 170.
We had 170, and then we added warp spiders.
So we should have 55, right?
Sorry, we had 130.
I see.
I did the math wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, it all makes sense now. Mm-hmm. So we have 15 points left.
Yep.
Which doesn't give us a single goddamn upgrade.
No, it gives us Leaping Stones.
It does give us...
yeah.
Why not? Every single one has an enhancement. Let's go.
As chat says, one in a row. He's 130 with the Weeping Stone.
Sure. There's a good list in here somewhere. I don't feel like we got to it.
No, I think we just made the list actively worse.
But
now we have 3 Way Leapers.
Do you think there's a good list in here somewhere?
I agree.
It's honestly, it's like, I think the second unit of Fire Dragons is a little hang in here.
I kind of like it, though.
Okay. We don't need
It helps with the tank problem.
It does. It does help with the tank problem. You hop them in the Falcon, or you rapid ingress them or whatever, and then you go try and kill stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this list does seem like it lost the plot a little bit.
I agree. The triple Autarch Way Leaper was not what this list needed.
But that's what democracy gives you, baby. Sometimes you end up with a list, and you wonder how you got there.
Yeah. The list we had before with Baharoth and the Hawks, I kind of liked a lot better.
Okay, well, democracy, again, in action.
Old list.
Now that we've seen it.
New list.
I'm just going mad with democracy power.
I know, right?
And we'll find out. If people want to see the triple Autarch Way Leaper, this is the final poll. Yep. It is this list, or it is the list we had before with Baharoth and the 10
Hawks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This isn't actually the Phoenix Gem.
This is the Weeping Stones.
The Weeping Stones.
Triple Autarch Way Leaper.
So, this list or old list? This is the final poll. This will determine whether we do this or we did the one that we just did before.
Yep.
And we do have 15 points left, which, I don't know. Well, no, we don't. We have the Weeping Stones.
We have Weeping Stones. What a list.
Well, this one isn't even particularly close. I think people want the old list.
The old list is way better.
Boo, this is not a fun list. Alright, fine.
Yeah, no,
fine.
Get the other 2 Way Leapers out of here.
Reject Autarch Way Leaper, return to...
Baharoth and Hawks.
Return to Baharoth and Hawks. Yeah. We're just gonna Control Z this one until a good list appears.
Mm-hmm.
Whee. I'm going back in time and undoing the damage of the past. Was this it?
I think so.
I think that's it. No, we had Fire Dragons. That was how we spent the last of our points, and I believe that was it.
So the list I have in my phone that's 2K on the nose is Ozerman, Way Leaper, Baharoth, Fugan, Karandra, Solitaire, Dire Avengers, 3 Falcons, 2x5 Fire Dragons, Shadow Specters, Striking Scorpions, 10-man Hawk, 5-man Hawks, 4 Walkers, Warp Spiders.
Give me that. Alright, we got 5 Spoders. We've got the War Walkered. We've got a 5 and a 10-man Swooping Hawks. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying this again because I can't process it that way. Shadow Specters, Fire Dragons. Yep, 3 Falcons, 5 Dire Avengers. We got Solitaire, Karandras, Fugan, Baharoth, Autarch, Way Leaper with Fate's Messenger and a Sermon. Hell of a list, man. The crazy part is this might even be good.
It's not. I think it is worse than the list I've been running, but this is the Eldar list that my heart wants me to run.
So let's run it.
Let's run it.
I'm calling the poll complete. It was pretty comprehensive.
I think this is our list.
People realized the folly of
triple Autarch Way Leaper.
Of democracy in action.
Yeah.
Turns out you can just make a poll. They can't stop you.
They can't stop you.
Oh, it's surprisingly close. The poll between Dictator... God, this is... Rewatching this is going to be interesting.
I know. All right, well,
I feel like when the power went out and came back on, this just went off the rails.
Yeah, also no one's here today, so...
Yes, it's just...
it's just us.
It's just you, me, Siegs in his bedroom, John's at home, Nick's in California. It's just us. Oh, dictatorship's pulling ahead, and because it's a dictatorship, we're ending the poll. There we go! Dictatorship wins! Dismiss the Senate! I am the Senate!
Alright, let's wrap this thing up before things go more off the wheels.
Alright, well that is it for us for today. I don't think we missed any fan funding. There we go. And I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited to see this list.
This is the other list my heart wants me to run.
This
is way more fun than 3 Nightspinners.
Here's the thing. I think the triple Way Leaper list can be good.
Yes.
I think it requires a whole nother video.
Oh, 100%.
To be honest.
It's a fundamentally different list.
It would be a fundamentally
different list. We have to cut, like, Azerman and the Avengers and...
Yeah, we have to cut some of that stuff, then we get back the good things, and then we... Like, instead of these packages here, right, instead of, like, a Sermon plus Dire Avengers, we almost get 2 Autarch Way Leapers.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of trade you have to make, not cutting it from this stuff. This is the easy stuff to cut it from.
Yes.
And so if you cut it from, like, the trash of the list, you just end up with an unbalanced list.
I agree.
But I think triple Autarch Way Leaper is quite solid. I think if you try and graft it onto the triple Falcon package...
It's not going to work.
It's going to be a little unstable.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay healthy.
Yep, and check in next Wednesday to watch this list get played live. Bye-bye.